Steve Jobs on the top said, guys, you know what? I come up a brilliant idea. Whatever the brilliant idea Steve Jobs is talking about is exactly why this worker get fired. The more we convince someone, the more stubborn they will be. Why people is stubborn and how can we convince them? This problem used to be on my head the whole time until I recently read this book called How People Learned Brain-Mind Experience in School. This book was written by National Research Council to help teachers to know how to educate kids. But I actually get really inspired. In the book, it showed very interesting phenomenon. Is the more we convince someone, the more stubborn they will be. For example, there in America back to the 90s, there used to be a cult. The cult leader, when they gather, all the members says, guys, next Wednesday, the world gonna get destroyed. You guys should gather in this park next Wednesday, 12 o'clock. I contact E.T. They will pick us up. The aliens will help us because we believe in this cult. Okay, within this week, every member of this cult selling these houses, giving away the money. They basically become homeless until Wednesday. Everybody gather in the park. Then when 12 o'clock arrive, guess what? Nothing happened. For us, we will think, oh, this cult will probably come to the end because they gave some prediction. It didn't come true. It showed that they are fake. You know, anybody who have a scientific reasoning will know this is fake. However, the reality is completely opposite. All the group members believe in this cult even more, and they even suggest other people to join it because after this. And this cult even become a bigger after this false event. So what is happening? After research, scientific actually have the conclusion that the more hard you try to convince with harsh facts and evidence, the more stubborn they will be for the original idea they already believe. So deep down, what does it make people stubborn? It's actually used the education term called pre-knowledge. What is a pre-knowledge? There used to be a kids book talking about a little fish in the water, really want to know what the land looks like. So when the frog, when they was young, swim in the water and jump later on, the fish say, oh, please tell me what the land look like when you come back. Or later on, the little frog see it all and come back to the water and tell fish what it look like. Human, cows, etc. However, in the fish's head, they're thinking about this. Human is just a fish use a fin to walk. A cow is just a fish with a big udder. You know, and the birds is flying is probably just like a fish swimming. And they have no understanding on the land there's no water. And you think that's a bizarre example. This is a fish. How can a fish understand, right? But let me tell you, this is some real example they actually find. When a kid tell a teacher that, oh, I believe the earth are flat because I see the road are flat. The teacher teach them, say, no, the earth is not flat. The earth is actually rounded, guys. Later on, they actually find out what the kids believe. The kids believe that earth is flat, but it's rounded like this. Instead, a ball like we imagined. And that's what's going on when lots of people get stubborn. Is when you have a conversation or debate with this person, you have no clue what their pre-knowledge are. Even you enforce the data, the statistic, the evidence, the thought experiment, after the pre-knowledge, everything becomes a difference. And it sounds absurd to them because after they connect their own knowledge with the new piece of puzzle, it sounds absurd to them. That's the reason why they never believe you. Even more crazy. You say something, it makes sense to them, but because they didn't come up by themselves, they still wouldn't believe it. It's not just like us, mundane average people. It's even for great people like Steve Jobs. There's a lot of workers who get fired by Apples when Steve Jobs, still CEO, report something crazy like this. They was in the elevator, Steve Jobs walked in. Steve Jobs asked me, what do you think about A? I say, we should do this and this and this. Steve Jobs looked at me and said, that is bullshit. What kind of terrible worker are you? You are fired. You have one more month to gather all your stuff to leave. They get fired because they say something wrong. But 2 weeks later, before he get fired, he get called into a meeting. It's like an annual meeting. Steve Jobs on the top said, guys, you know what? I come up a brilliant idea. Whatever the brilliant idea Steve Jobs is talking about is exactly why this worker get fired. And that don't just happen once, that happened multiple times. What? What's going on here? It's actually because Steve Jobs, at the point, don't believe what you said. But whatever you said is in his subconscious. He's marinated the idea. Then he come up by himself. He trusts himself. He don't trust you. Even then, you guys have the same idea. So back to our original topic. How can we convince a stubborn people? The answer is not what should I prove to them. The answer should be, how can I know them? What is in their head already? What is their pre-knowledge? And how can we lead them step by step to come to the conclusion on their own? When you try to convince someone, it's exactly what education does. You put something in someone's head. When it comes to education, it's never about relationship between knowledge to people. It's always about relationship between people to people. It's like you have this teacher, you like them, so you learn the subject well. You become a person that your kids want to be, so your kids start learning from you. So how can we convince a stubborn people? Is become excellent on your own. And that will be all for today's video. My name is Paul, and I hope this video helped you. And I will see you next time. Thank you very much.